Greetings, hello and welcome back to more XCOM 2 Long War of the Chosen. The fresh start for a fresh campaign. So we're gonna do Modgem, we're gonna do Long War of the Chosen. We are gonna do one soldier per class. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else to it. We have some other new stuff. If you haven't watched the channel update video, I go in a little bit more depth on what we're doing and what the rules are. We're just gonna not select any special class to start with, all random. We're gonna allow us to use gene mods while wounded, because I think the last time we played Modgem, gene mods kind of were a little bit short-handed. So let's go into it. Let's get going. Let's get the excitement to go. And as always, I'm playing without Iron Man being enforced. So if there's any technical or recording difficulties, no, we're not accessing the feed.
Excitement continues to build.
And we're letting excitement build. So yeah, in case there's any recording or other technical difficulties, we do have a save game that I can go to, but for all intents and purposes, this is basically Iron Man, Bronze Man if you want. There's not gonna be any saves coming, there's not gonna be any reloading. And there's gonna be, hopefully, a lot of dead enemies. And a lot of familiar faces. It feels good to be back. Alright, so in Modgem you start with some random loadouts. So quick check up here, Andy with a medkit and a smoke grenade and a hunting rifle. Chris is here, flashbang, medkit, SMG. That's not the best startup for gatecrasher. Alright, we've got Contra here, another hunting rifle, smoke and flashbang. I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of AP grenades. Christina has an AP, another hunting rifle. Oof, that's like more hunting rifle on one mission than I use in the whole campaign. Another AP on Spana, and this is an auto rifle. We have a Reaper start, Daddy home here. Another smoke grenade, yeah, so much smoke. Standard assault rifle on Kaiba, and Telzion here with an SMG and another smoke grenade. So much smoke. What did Daddy home have? Oh yeah, smoke and medkits. So much smoke, so many medkits. Okay, I think I saw 2 AP grenades, which, you know. So, Modgem has these AP grenades. Also, this is an enemy within map if I've ever seen one. Sure, I can't go to these tiles, but okay. So, if you're not familiar with Modgem, Modgem introduces these anti-personnel grenades.
Heading to that location.
Which are highly effective against enemies that do not have armor, but very ineffective against anything that has armor. So they have negative armor piercing, and
Let's do this.
they have higher AoE radius than your regular good old explodey grenades,
Pronto.
and they do not destroy loot or corpses.
Moving out.
But they're really like, I think they have like -2 armor piercing, so if an enemy has 1 point of armor,
To activate aliens in the fog.
you have -3 damage on that grenade, like 1 from the armor they have, and then 2 points from the negative piercing. But that being said, you're probably using AP grenades for
I'm on it, Commander.
the early game a lot. They're really good.
I can dig that. The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
You're starting off invisible to towers. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. So you've got the drone group over here. So there's gonna be a standard trooper group, and then there's probably a sectoid with some other dude somewhere else.
Is it a firing position?
I did hear a door earlier. This is at the moment the only building I'm seeing anywhere on the map. I've been in there. That's their zone edge. I mean, we can start off fighting this group.
Copy that.
Subito.
Locatie bevestigd.
Let's head everybody away.
Getting it done. Time to motor. Drop them here.
Oh, true.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
So I think we're just gonna chill a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Maybe they group up. Maybe they walk into an Overwatch.
High speed, low drag.
Can't break. Well, we could break line of sight. No, we can't.
Eyes open.
Roger. Occhio aperti.
I'm on it. Affirmative. Moving out. Roger. I've got my eyes on. Aye, aye.
They move in this direction, and this group comes close over here. We might get a fantastic grenade. And you bet I will take that. Who had the other AP grenades? Can't really get any closer. Follow up. Where are they gonna go? I think the smart thing here is to actually wait another turn. They might not be grouped up, but I mean, they're not fantastically grouped up anyway, right? I'm getting one trooper. I'd rather hit the gunner and the sentry with the grenade.
Will do.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
You can count on me.
Wish I had some better
Is Beagle Rush playing?
spots. Maybe we can move Kaiba like around here somewhere. Here seems good.
Rolling.
Just to be a little bit closer to move up. Also, for some reason, I really need to fix your character pool thing. Always comes in with the wrong voice pack and the wrong cosmetics. Oh yeah. Well, that's a group up situation. Can we abuse this?
Mi muovo verso le coordinate.
Gotta take this. We gotta take this. That's no question asked. The only question we're asking here is, who do we put on Overwatch? I didn't even check your aim skills. 69, that's
What could possibly go wrong?
not bad.
Can I shoot now?
You Overwatch. SMG, definitely not Overwatching. You can move up and grenade.
Okay,
I think Andy here is gonna overwatch.
I'm on it.
A little bit concerned that we get flanked here from the guys, but that's then a question of the follow-ups. Alright. New campaign, starting off with a bang.
Granata!
Only 1 kill out of that.
Sanno dove siamo!
Races have never tried.
Find something here. Did you see that one?
Running back most of the guys. Okay.
Here I come.
Can get this in here. Can we hit the drone at the same time? No.
Catch! Target's neutralizing.
2 of those guys killed. I think we're gonna shadow here.
Like old times.
Left that guy. Alright, leaves us with the gunner all the way in the back. Probably with very few, if any, targets. And an engineer who will probably flashbang us. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna smoke up here. Who do we have even left? You are gonna smoke, you are gonna do something, and you are able to flashbang potentially. I don't think you're gonna be in range. So we have this auto rifle that has 2 options. We have spray, which allows us to take a shot, which is not turn ending. We have pierce the wheel. Bonus aim, damage, and armor piercing to organic targets. Using cooldown of all your other abilities to organic targets. We can either take shot with spray and then a regular shot. So pierce the whale should not do anything because it's not an organic target. I'm gonna activate it anyway. Because it's gonna increase the cooldown, but yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's take 1 shot with spray.
That is not good.
Then a regular shot. Cool.
Inkomende rookwolk.
I really don't think you're gonna be able to reach those guys with a smoke, flashbang even. Yep, might as well. See, that's how you hit.
X-rays coming in from the side.
Where'd you come from?
Good old smoke cover.
I'm under fire. Oh, I'm a hit.
A little bit concerned that you have. Do you have a yellow shield? No, that's Christina who has the yellow shield, which, you know, is valid. Okay, I did have one more AP grenade, but that's all the way back here, and yeah, actually on cooldown now because of Pierce the Whale. It didn't do anything. So that was a smart choice, Commander.
I hope it's worth it. Enemy is
Oh
still
boy.
up.
Reloading. Easy game. I mean, I can't just magic bullets back into my gun automatically.
Whatever you say.
Just hop over here, get a nice flank shot on that gunner.
That is not good.
It's not good enough. Make sure we get that loot.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, we're gonna get revealed well at the start of my turn. So I think I'll take the knife throw. Knife never reveals you. Oh wow. Okay, that's what we're doing today. We're sucking.
In order.
Yeah, let's try this then. Move in here to force him to move because oh no, I'm flanked.
Tired of waiting around.
And setting up an Overwatch
I'm on it.
or two with the rest of the guys.
Vado in posizione. Monto la guardia.
Oh,
Want some more? Go on the offensive.
one turn away from getting him. We can see if we can just
Raiders roll.
throw a knife into his face from point blank here. Can, but only a grace.
Roger.
Not sure yet how I kill that guy, but I'm sure as hell gonna pick up all the loot here. Don't have ammo anyway, so
I can handle that. What am I doing with this?
that up. We should be able to get that next turn when you're no longer stunned. Let's just take the bad shot.
Nessun danno.
Let's move already. Take a good look.
A little bit concerned if I had that good of a shot from being point blank, he's gonna have a good shot at my Reaper, and I don't want my Reaper to get hurt on his first mission.
All right, I'll go. Come and get some.
Are we gonna find more aliens there?
Let's hope that he
Now we press the
runs
Overwatch
away.
button.
No? Then my Reaper gets hurt on the first mission. Fantastic. What a bad start.
I hope this stuff's worth it.
What bayonets? Yeah, cool.
Raiders roll. Headshot.
Alright, we've got one more group somewhere on the map. Sectoid and
I'm going.
something
I'm
else.
not being the guy left behind.
E vai.
Go, go, go! Rock and roll. Ready to rock.
Roger.
Press the Overwatch button.
Affirmative. Covering now. I'm going.
Just a 1-point wound here, right? So he might miss out on the first set of missions,
Anytime you're ready.
but I think it's not bad enough that I would restart Gatecrasher here. And if I did, you would never see it. Okay, thanks to the Reaper's tracking ability, we can detect enemies through walls outside of line of sight, so we know there's a Frostroid and a Sectoid over there. So let's get them. Dash up with a bunch of guys. What voice pack is that?
Got it. Moving.
So, like, that sounds Dutch to me,
Running.
without actually understanding what he's saying, but I was not aware I had a Dutch voice pack.
Hope I won't activate any aliens.
And I hope I'm not offending anyone if that's not Dutch.
Sono già lì!
Solid copy. Will do. Seems doable.
Location confirmed.
I have no idea where I want to move you.
I don't like where this is going.
Io ci sono!
Okay.
He doesn't really narrow it down.
On it.
I think I'll just move you away from the edge. I don't want to trigger those guys just yet.
Pumped up and good to go.
Solid copy.
Op de uitkijk. Now we gotta take this thing out. Whatever's clever.
What's over there?
The easiest way to activate a group that you only spot with tracking is to throw a grenade on them.
Heading out.
Let's do this.
So really want another kill from a Reaper if possible.
Whatever you say. It is clear.
Fatevi su!
You're there. Let's give it another turn here.
Affirmative. Covering now.
You don't
I'm a
mess with the bird
turd.
cowboy. Did you
I'm
hear
on
something?
Overwatch.
Now, the interesting factor about grenades and tracking is that enemies will only activate if they spot you. Like if they have line of sight to you.
Get ready for a surprise.
When they take damage. Like doing something like this does not activate. This might be a fun little fact that was gonna come up a few more times in the course of this campaign. We'll see. Yeah, I don't have Shadow yet. Back up, so yeah, let's just run here, see where the sector moves.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Whatever, huh? Not in their movement choices.
All day long.
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That's Operation Gatecrasher. Excellently done.
According to Advent officials, recent attacks by dissident elements operating outside of the city centers have done little to slow the progress of Advent's ongoing development or outreach programs. Voluntary citizen emigration numbers are reportedly at their
I'm glad to see our troops finding success in the field. It's good.
Not
the
enough for
entire
promotion
team
here.
morale.
11 days. Yeah, that's going to be at least the first cycle of missions that he's missing out on. No, probably not the second. Okay, we've got a Leon core. Got a powered bayonet, which is a really strong thing to find on the first mission. We've got some meld. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think the last campaign already had the meld changes. So, long story short, meld is a new resource that was introduced now in ModGem, which is used for mech trooper augmentations and genetics. You know, similar like it was in Enemy Within and Long War 1. And to kind of gatekeep how many mech troopers you can get. I'll hold off on bonds for now. Alright, let's do a quick... Yeah, that thing. Let's wait to load. Research. Thank you, Mr. Teigen.
I do
Starting
find
off
that
resistance
area-
comms. Say hi to Shen. Hi, Shen. Nice to meet ya. Alright, then go into the armory. Right, so who do we have here? I didn't actually look during the mission too much at the stats, but I guess we're just gonna go through the promotions now and then see what classes we're offered. It's not like we can make any choices based on that. The one thing I'm gonna quickly look at though, before I look at any of the other guys, is what we have in terms of rookies. Anyone with exceptional stats, either in the aim or in the movement territory. 71 being our highest aim is kind of disappointing. And nobody with 17 or 18 mobility. So, well, I guess, you know, it is what it is. Just go through it. Now, so we do have the, I think it's choose my class, rookie's choice, whatever else. So it's going to give us some choices here. Now, it's set up to show me 5, but this is only because we have this restriction of 1 soldier per class, and eventually it will show you duplicates. So, long story long, my choice is only the first 3. Only if I have all 3 of them already, I can move on to the 4th. And if we already have that, to the 5th. And if we already have that, then I'll have to use the console to kind of fix it. But for now, only the first 3 are choices. You know, just as a rule for myself. You actually have 17 mobility. So, wait, is this the marksman or the marksman? I think this is the sniper marksman from the proficiency classes, the quartermaster and the titan. Your aim is kinda middling. So not necessarily sniper class. Quartermaster would benefit from high combat intelligence. With 20 psi, you're probably average. Titan. Titan I've not played with at all. Cooldown-based cannon attacks, nuking things that get too close with sort of shotgun. So simply being very hard to kill. Now, 17 mobility base. Maybe there's something we can do with the sort of. But the cannon is gonna slow us down unless we can equip an SMG, which probably like the... this is one of the classes from Captain Petrock. Most of these classes do not allow you much choice in your primary weapon. Let's see. Let's go with the Titan. See what the Titan can do. Starts with free main. Starts with scrap metal. Alright, before I look too much into this, let's check. Can I change your cannon for anything else? No. I can get a battle rifle, but that's it. Well, I mean, that's still gonna be, even with a cannon. Full equipment, that's 14 mobility. So if we leave one slot open, that's 15. So we can give you high mobility, especially with dedication and implacable. Giving me really some additional mobility there. So the cannon stuff, right? Let's look at that first. You do have saturation fire, chain shot, barrage, blinding fire, iron curtain. Yeah, a lot of cannon cooldown based abilities. But I don't think your aim is good enough for that. So I'm actually thinking we're building around the point blank. Now with scrap metal we can get additional ammo right from the get-go, so pump action is not that necessary, but that being said, raising attack, slow profile. Now I think we're going into pump action. We're going to close personal for the crit chance. I'm not a fan of non-shell pass. I want to have control. I have limited a weapon with limited ammo. I want to have control over when we use it, so I'm not going to take this. Also, that's probably not something. Yeah, I'm gonna message Captain Petrock that, you know, class that has implacable on their tree should probably not have implacable on their XCOM row. Let me just, you know, quick screenshot. Anyway, so it's gonna be Lone Wolf, implacable. Brutality. Brutality is pretty amazing. Is that the thing? Oh shit, we don't have both barrels and we don't get it until Gunnery Sergeant? That's really bad. That's... I guess we have to take it. I didn't even realize that we don't start with both barrels. And then, yeah, one of those. Kind of planning it out a little bit. Once the class is fixed, we're gonna have to re-roll anyway, so I'm not gonna get attached to this XCOM row here. Alright, let's look at the next guy. And again, like the, by the way, I get this question a lot. How do you plan this stuff in the screen there? So if you go to your mod settings, to the community promotion screen, there's a ability tree planner mode. By default, this is disabled. Set it to basic, you can do stuff. If you set it to advanced, it puts like the numbers on it, like 1, 2, 3, which I never, you know, never made sense to me. It's like, yeah, I'll take the get out of here. I'll take the corporal perk before I get the sergeant perk. Anyway, moving on. Arsonist, Shinobi, Akimbo. Getting stealth classes is really tricky, and I think with positive dodge, good mobility, good aim, it's an excellent Shinobi. Now, don't tempt me into turning you into a shooty Shinobi, and you are not. No shooting supporting perks, fantastic. So, Blade Shinobi all the way through, with double time, probably Lone Wolf. And maybe disabling shot, I don't know, average combat intelligence is 42 AP, so... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We don't have to plan every little detail out right from the get-go. Alright, low aim, normal-ish mobility. What do you have going for you? Good willpower? Maybe some officer candidates? Marine Heretic Commando. Well, Commando is kind of a born officer class. So let's go with that. You start off with Grenadier, grenade slot, riot control, a free flashbang and a free smoke grenade. You have Implacable, you do have rapid deployment and low profile. You have a bullpup as your weapon, so no SMG shenanigans. We can get a free flashbang from the XCOM row. And we can get needle grenades? Tempting. But I think this is gonna be a support grenadier officer, right? So you get combat drugs, dense smoke. Probably light ordnance. Grenade capacity by 2 in each slot, but decreases grenade damage by 50%. If we're just doing flashbangs and smokes with sting grenades, I don't care about the damage reduction. Full kit, even more grenades. By my command, the first time you use an officer ability, you will not you will refund the action point used. That seems really good. Call for Fire could be interesting in an Overwatch heavy squad, but otherwise it's kind of a lot of wasted Overwatch, I think. Free gas grenade. I mean, that's 40 AP here. Free needle, free gas. Although we do reduce damage. But gas is more about control. And then here, either Hidden Reserve to reset all my cooldowns. Or salvo for even more, like, you know, rapid deploy, second grenade with salvo, and then use command still. Probably salvo. I don't have, like, my only cooldown abilities are gonna be rapid deployment and that's it. Yeah, that's looking forward to seeing this in action. Alright, moving on. Spana with the low-ish mobility, high-ish aim. Ranger, Grenadier, Gunslinger. Well, we just got a Grenadier, even though this, getting a damage Grenadier would be kind of nice, but I think that's a waste of the high aim. Let's go with the Ranger. See Untouchable. I see Lock and Load. Oof. Ooh. Now hold on a second. Untouchable is really good, but we don't have enough AP for everything. So Lock and Load with Kill Zone. Right, any enemy you kill, you restore 1 ammo. That's a never-ending kill zone. So potentially we could turn him into an Overwatch Ranger. Like the Ever Vigilant would make up for his low mobility. I mean, wrong, Shooty Ranger is great. Now, I did do the Overwatch Ranger test in my last campaign, right? And I think Fire was not negative, but that doesn't actually exist anymore here on the Ranger tree. This in the reworked Ranger for ModJam. So instead, you have grazing attacks very early here, opposed to locked on, so we're not getting locked on by giving up covering fire. But yeah, for Overwatch, you would do this. We definitely want rapid reaction and kill zone, especially with lock and load. And then it's a good question. Yeah, none shall pass, not a big fan. Fortify could help keeping us, you know, our Overwatch active with the additional defense while we have one of those going. Executioner could help killing of low health enemies. Usually as an Overwatcher you're shooting at new pops. So I'm kinda actually leaning into Fortify. And then one of these. I bring them on, then I'm also tempted to go for Anatomy, but we don't have enough AP. But yeah, it's, you know, future commander can worry about the details. Contra. 69 aim, 60 mobility. That's the low health is the only factor, and low willpower. What am I gonna do with you? Saboteur, Marauder, Infantry. So, Saboteur I've played with a fair bit, and I really like the way they play. It is also another concealment class, phantom class. So there's basically two ways to play with them. So they also get some hack score increases. So even though they need to hack from close range, they can actually do that fairly effectively. So you can do a bit of a stealth shooting build with the center row, which basically focuses around quick feet. You get an action point when you break concealment. So you do something like you shoot from concealment, get an action point refunded from quick feet, shoot again, and later on you can, you know, reconceal and do the whole thing multiple times per mission. You have Fate, which also allows you to enter concealment, and then you can do things like shoot, Fate, shoot again, you know, getting 3 shots off thanks to quick feed. So that's really a fun build. In the current streamed campaign, we're trying out a grenade build, which, you know, is not that exciting so far. We're getting there. I'm sure we're getting there. And then you can do stuff here with explosives. More damage against robotics. Detonate explosives. Chain reaction seems really fun. Disabling shot. But I think we're going center row here with the mobility and the aim. I think that's a perfect center row spec, especially with Lightfoot on top of it. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, we don't have a hacker yet. Well, Saboteur can hack a bit. Shinobi, I guess, can hack a bit. But, you know, a dedicated Gremlin class would be kind of nice. Christina, what do you have for us? And take a Titan, we already have one. It could be a Stormtrooper or Juggernaut. So Juggernaut, cannon class with a rocket launcher, which is really gonna hurt, I think, with mobility. Stormtrooper would benefit also from more mobility, but kind of makes up for it by getting mobility bonus. And various perks that increase mobility. So I think we're going for Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper is basically a skirmisher without grappling hook and without ripjack. Somewhat disappointing XCOM row, not gonna lie. Probably, yeah, resilience, I guess, is good. And for shooting skills, we're just gonna probably go down the center row. Just have you be a shooter. Something like that. And finally, you can be a knight, a watchdog, or a specialist. Now, both watchdog and specialist are classes that can use gremlins. That's going to be low combat intelligence. You don't really have super high skill. I think we're going to go with a watchdog, just because I haven't played them all that much. And having a pistol primary class always looks a little bit badass. So you start off with Opressifier. Grants focus and opportunist, enhancing overwatch shots. Focus means your first overwatch always hits. And opportunist means you ignore half cover bonuses for all other overwatch shots. Well, you get threat assessment. I think the last time I played this, I completely missed that they get focus and they get guaranteed to hit with their overwatches. That's kind of nuts. We get Haywire here, which the class normally doesn't have access to. Which might be interesting, so we can actually hack robotics, but without Trojan. We'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, I'm not sure yet how I want to build you. You don't have terrible aims, so maybe going into reaction shots might be nice, but alternatively, another officer candidate with some support gremlin skills. Like, stealth protocol is just really good. But multitasking is also nice. Quick 8 seems good. Like, if we go for quick 8, they're not gonna get cool under pressure, which means makes the whole Overwatch a little less interesting. I'll have to think about this one. I actually don't know yet what we want to do here. Alright, in terms of bonds, we could team up our Titan. With either of the other two, Stormtrooper or Commando. And I'm assuming those two cannot team up with each other. I think we're going with Titan Commando here. Because I saw on the Stormtrooper a 10-point compatibility with any. Which is hopefully gonna be... I don't even know. Anything else? I see 15 hack here on Cloud. So this might be a candidate to hold back, not run on any missions, and train with the GTS to a specific class. Alright, lots of class planning. You know, planned the whole campaign out already, in a way. Let's go to the Geoscape. Yeah, thank you, number one.
My people have thrown off the shackles of alien oppression. And through discipline, we have survived. We don't rely on the aliens' technology, and we would never live in their cities. We are the hunters. We move in the shadows. And we won't sleep until the last alien is dead at our feet.
That's a really good timer on the first mission. It's just Intel and Intel package, but a day timer. Alright, I like it. I take it. Let's get some people in there. Sabotage transmitter in the slums. Okay, so we don't need a hacker. I think we're going with free and free. As in free rookies, free experienced people. So, random promotion rookies. Yo. I'm just taking like middle of the road stats here on people. Yeah, that seems good. And equipment-wise, we're gonna go with a bunch of AP grenades on a lot of people. Like, the first few missions, it might seem like I'm just spamming AP grenades, and you're absolutely correct. So there's not much to say about this, but that's a very effective tool in the early game in ModJam, and that's intended, right? So ModJam kinda wants to tackle the difficulty curve of a regular long war, where the early game is very, very hard, and then it actually gets easier, and so this kind of inverse difficulty curve that you have. So the stated goal is to kind of turn that around a bit. Make the early game a little bit easier, especially with AP grenades, and you're gonna see that in the upcoming episodes. But with all the new enemies and all the new abilities that they have coming in the late game is gonna be a bit harder. Hi, why my pretties?
Sky Ranger. In position to drop.
Alright. Can we get a second mission with just as a good a timer? Probably not. That's actually a kind of bad timer. Okay, it's a rescue VIP from vehicle. I'll grab you. This might actually require more experienced people. Want the... yeah, I think we're gonna go with 4. Can we get a 5th in? If I give you that... that's gonna be tough, depending on equipment, so maybe actually run with the whole equipment here on everybody. The first Overwatch shot always hits, right? I can take the pistol with the terrible aim penalty on long range, because we're gonna hit anyway. At the edge here. We might just run our ranger with an SMG to save on infiltration time. Puts us over. I don't think you can equip anything else. Let's see. Do foreman this? Can I just drop a few more grenades here and there? We've got the sort of shotgun to deal with drones. think the safe option would actually be to form on this. And I'm gonna leave the ranger out. I want a rookie promotion. Alright, so we load up on grenades again. When I have Phantom Scouting, you can take 2 shots with your bullpup. Hidden run. Alright, that's gotta be it. The reason why I took a rookie rather than a ranger
Menace, ready to deploy.
is really just so I can have a Haven Advisor in here. Go recruit here. Right, let's get the black market.
We have made a number of new discoveries, Commander.
Distance radio inspired. Well, we're not gonna do that. That's just throwing away your intel. You don't want to do that at the early game. There are situations where I've done basic research in the past, but I think we're going with a more standard approach here. Modular weapons.
Commander, we can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact,
being extra from a Leon core.
For the operative signal.
I think I'm actually even setting the basic perception PCS. The hair trigger, yes. So how are we looking? Gonna buy an engineer. We need 110 to get the scientist. We don't have any mission that gives us any sort of money, so I'm thinking we're actually selling 2 trooper corpses. And buy the scientist right away.
Commander, we currently have no new supplies coming in. We'll need to seek out new means of replenishing our...
Okay, and we've got 4 connections from our starting region, which is fantastic. Okay, Australia with a strength 6, East Asia 5, New Arctic 6, and then Eastern US also 6. Eastern US gives us contact to 2 other regions. Like, we don't have a connection from Western US to Mexico. What else? You give us 3 new regions. You give us 3 regions, 1 is not really new. And you give us 2 new regions. And 1 is actually also not new. So I think this is the most promising. On the other hand, that's also 3 regions that can send reinforcements to Australia. But I still think, yeah, we're gonna start contacting you.
Setting course for Sector 2, Australia.
Very interesting. Like 4 connection start is very rare. I think that makes up for having a 2 connection start in my current Twitch campaign. Alright, we're gonna... One day 10, one day 9. So they're gonna actually both reach 100% at around the same time. So
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
just want to make sure that I fly back and ready to scan for the second wave of missions. Probably now, right? It's what, 8 hours? Yeah. Okay, so we sent our people back to Intel. Start collecting Intel here. Fly back to Western US.
Western US precinct.
And just like that, we are at 100% with pretty much both missions. So in the next episode, we're gonna go out with a squad of 6, 3 regular guys and 3 rookies. And sabotage a transmitter, get some intel, get a scanning site, see what that is all about. And then we have a 4-man mission also coming up to get our second, at this point, engineer. But yeah, we're gonna do those in the next episode or two. I will probably stick to a 1 mission per episode schedule. So even though these might be short missions, then we'll have rather short episodes, but then you have longer episodes like this one to make up for it. It feels good to be back in XCOM, and I hope that you're gonna enjoy this campaign. I like this, the whole 1 soldier per class setup very, very much. By the way, shout out to episode 0, who I want to say came up with that idea, at least on his Twitch channel, first time I saw that. So yeah, let me know what you think, and yeah, if you want to get a character into the pool, come join the Discord, go to the character pool submission channel and submit your character there. Always happy to have more people in, and then we'll see how it goes. Let me just go out of the Geoscape before we get anybody killed. And yeah. By the way, one quick thing, I'm gonna be lazy in this playthrough a little bit, and I'm not gonna add the little intro and the little outro to every episode, because that way I can just upload the raw footage without having to render everything each time for every episode. So yeah, Lazy Commander signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.